Hello everybody and welcome to London for race 1, round 13 of the season. Edward Hunter isn't with us as he's right there. He's on the grid as well, so he'll be delivering everything back tomorrow morning. Josh Plays joins me in the comms box as well, but we're going to head down onto the grid with Sam Bird.
Sam, talk us through, so we're a little bit further, we're kind of in the mid-pack here, P12. Talk us through what happened in qualifying, didn't quite make it to the duels.
Yeah, we just missed a couple of tenths. It's so close, Nikki, as you can see on the timesheets. Like 2 tenths is the difference between being right up there on the front row and then P12. So just lacked a little bit of confidence today in Sector 3, the tight and twisty stuff outside. But I think we've got a very competitive race car. It's going to be tricky to overtake here, but we've got a great race car.
Got a great race. You've also got a great crowd, the home crowd supporting you. You're the only driver in Formula E to have won a race every season so far until now. So this is the season you've got to do it to carry on that record. Only 4 races to go. Is today going to be the day, or is it a bit too tough from back here?
I think today is too tough, but who says tomorrow couldn't be the day, and then we've got 2 in Korea. So there's still plenty to play for, Nikki.
Brilliant, brilliant. Well, Sam, all the best for this weekend. Hope you get some good points on the board. Vernon, over to you at the pole sitter.
Yeah, thank you very much, Nikki. Jake Dennis, congratulations. Paul, I think we do this, don't we? And then we do this, and then we do this, and then we do this. Awesome stuff, my friend. Confident, feeling confident now?
It wasn't like an old fridge, for sure. I'm ready to go. I had a really good qualifying session, and yeah, I got a clean road ahead of me. Start should be pretty straightforward if everything goes smoothly, so yeah. Just see where we're at after 8 or 9 laps. You've got the 2 Mercs going to be working together. You basically just got to think that Nick's going to be working for Stoffel. So, yeah, I've got to be strategic with the attack mode with them and try and do something clever. So, yeah, my brain's going to be ticking over quite a lot this race.
What have you guys done to this car? Because the tyres you were putting in during qualifying were absolutely outstanding.
I haven't changed it. I put some fuel in it.
Charged it up, plugged it in.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So, no, we're just going to send it as it is. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So, yeah, we're just going to run it, and I'll let you know how that idea played out in 45 minutes.
All right, good man. And any thoughts on what Stoffel's going to do? Because basically his championship protagonists are further down, so he could just sit there in second all day.
Definitely so, but I think they're going to obviously use Nick with the strategy to try and make him do the undercut or overcut with the attack. I think that's really his only opportunity, and I used it perfectly against Alex last year, so it's quite an effective tool. So yeah, it's actually not ideal to be leading going into that second attack, because if they just undercut you, they have the advantage. So, but nevertheless, you need track position, so you need to get your job done as well.
All right, a great insight. Thank you, Jake. All the best. We missed that then. That's embarrassing. Got to do it properly. There you go. All right, let's go and find Stoffel van Dorn, the man who is at the top of the championship for Mercedes EQ, the Belgian guy, very placid, very laid back, a guy who usually gives us a chat. Here he is. Oh, it looks a bit apprehensive. Stoffel, I've got to say, walking down there, you look a little bit apprehensive there, my friend.
A bit what?
Nervous.
Oh, no, I mean, it's kind of normal before every race, I would say. Yeah, just the adrenaline kicking in, but it's the moment I quite like it as well.
Now, I've just been speaking to Jake Dennis. Obviously, he's on pole position. You're in second. Nick's not too far behind, your teammate. How are you guys going to approach this race? Because you could very easily, if you wanted to, dare I say, sit back and take the points for second? Considering where everyone else is who's fighting for the championship.
Yeah, I definitely know what you mean, but it's a tricky race. I mean, overtaking is going to be very hard. It's one of the most difficult circuits to overtake, and with the energy sensitivity being low, it makes it even more tricky. So we'll see. You know, I don't want to make Jake's life easy. He's been very, very quick, though. You know, he won here last year. He put the car on pole, so he's definitely going to be a tough competitor. But you know, equally we gotta acknowledge that we're in a good position with both cars, and we got to take those points for the team. But we don't want to make his life easy.
So second on the grid, is the light at the end of the tunnel a little bit brighter after qualifying today, considering the championship?
Well, there's no points being scored, so it doesn't change anything.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Quality motor racing driver. Great act. There you go, Stoffel van Dorn. Thank you very much. All right, Radzi, where are you? Where's Radzi?
Mitch, we can see your car in P14 here, quite an unusual position for yourself to be in, but this is a massive, massive race for you. What's going through your head now?
Yeah, obviously I'm really disappointed after what happened in qualifying. Also, when it's your own mistake, it hurts, but look, I put myself in this position. I need to make up for it. It's going to be probably the most difficult place to overtake on the calendar, so not the most ideal timing and track to do it on, but Yeah, look, I can only do my best. I got to try and make progress, and hopefully with the 2 6-minute attacks, I can try and use them to my advantage. Look, it's gonna be a really tough race and make some ground, but I have to try my best to try and keep myself in the fight.
And talking about the fight, the final question is that on your mind when you're driving? Will that actually affect your strategy?
No, I mean, I guess the same rules apply every race. You got to try and make ground, no matter if you're starting towards where I am in the mid pack. You can be a little bit cautious maybe, but you can't be too cautious, otherwise you'll get eaten up. These guys know around me that I'm going for a championship, so they might try and use that. But to be honest, you can't be. You also got to be aggressive. I'm in a position where I can't be too soft, and I never normally am. But even in this stage of the championship, I can't be, because I'm starting outside the points. I need to try and make hay, but you just never know how these races play out. So I just want to be, walking away today satisfied with, a nice little recovery drive. But it's a big 45 minutes. A lot can happen.
Hopefully get some points, mate.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.
All right, Nick de Vries third on the grid. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm happy with our morning. Obviously, we managed to get both cars in top 3, and it's a challenging track to overtake, not very energy sensitive, so it was important to put ourselves on the front of the grid. So we put ourselves in that position, so now we have to execute.
With the position that Stoffel is in regarding the championship, have you guys as a team had a conversation about what could happen during this race?
I think we are both very sensible, and we know everyone's interest, so I don't think we're any worries on that side.
All right, one of the most focused drivers on our grid. Nick, thank you for talking to us. Appreciate that. Just quickly, Nick de Vries, our reigning champion. I said to him, "You're our reigning champion." He said, "Yeah, that's in the past." That's how focused that young man is. All right, Nikki, where are you?
I'm down here by the Envision racing car, hoping to grab a quick word with Nick Cassidy. He had 2 pole positions out in New York. Slightly bigger challenge on your hands today.
Slightly. I mean, you saw me after quality. I was really disappointed, and more on myself. I got a really good car today, but 7th is not that bad, and I'm sure we can be in the fight for the podium with a clean race.
Obviously, you've got, kind of guys actually in the midfield, also at the front, really in the fight for this championship title. How much are you going to get in the way of that?
I do my thing, I think, yeah, we've come on strong last couple of events, and New York was the turning point, and I hope I can do a good race today. So I focus on me, I race clean, and we see what we can do.
All right, Nick Cassidy, always a pleasure. Good luck for the race. Now I'm going to quickly wind way over here. Actually, look at all this space that we've got. So much clearer. That'll be nice for James, the cameraman. And as if by magic, Mark Webber, how are you? Welcome.
It's like we're organised, isn't it?
I mean, occasionally we're organised. For you, we try our hardest.
So good, these guys. They're so good, these guys.
Well, welcome to your first London ePrix with all the crowds here.
It is, and I brought my sunnies today and we're inside. It's incredible, isn't it? Look,
is that because of my...
Yeah, because I need to put them on. Yeah. What a setup. It's phenomenal, yeah. Really unique. I think obviously, the lights obviously bring a different atmosphere, obviously in and outdoors, which is really cool. So yeah, it's one of the best of the calendar for me.
And obviously standing here with Andre Lotterer, what kind of words of wisdom have you given to him before the race?
Just had a really nice chat out the back actually about not so much the race today, but he's in a very relaxed mood. He knows he's going to try and move forward, of course. Last few events, so he's looking to go out with some nice results. And yeah, super experienced. So they're the type of guys you need to try and get something, hustle a result here this afternoon. I nearly said tonight because it feels like tonight, doesn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Indoors with all this lighting. I mean, as well as being here with Porsche, you're also obviously the driver coach for Mitch Evans, who's got a bit of a battle on his hands today, even though he is in that fight for the championship.
Yeah, tricky quality for Mitch. I certainly wouldn't say I'm a driver coach, but yeah, so he's been phenomenal all year, driven well, as of course the Jaguar have given a great car as well. So I think that, let's see, it's a long race. Both events the next 48 hours will be very interesting for him. So hopefully he can have a smooth day as well.
Nice one. Yeah, 3 wins has been an impressive season for Mitch. Mark, enjoy the day. Thank you so much. Vernon, back to you.
Dario and I are stood opposite Oliver Askew's car in the Avalanche Andretti. Obviously, Dario, with Jake being up at the front on pole, has he got a job to do to either defend and help Jake in the race?
No, Oliver's looking for a job for next year, I think, whether it's with Andretti or another team. So he's looking he's not worried about getting off the line here, getting acceleration. I think all the drivers are worried about all the way down there in the braking zone for turn 1, and he's going to be battling today, Oliver Askew, to try and get further up the grid from his 5th position start.
It's interesting with Nick de Vries, and then you've got Stoffel 2nd and 3rd, the Mercedes. That's going to be a brick wall, isn't it?
It really is. There's two very different agendas going on there, so let's see how it all plays out.
Absolutely. All right, it's time to crank up the noise, turn up the volume as we prepare to go green. Enjoy.
We are ready to go to green London lap on the grid. And starting in second place, representing Mercedes EQ from Belgium, it's Stoffel van Dorn. And your pole position driver today, representing Avalanche Andretti from Great Britain, it's Jake Dennis. But before the green flag, please welcome to the stage Nina Nesbitt and London's own Jax Jones.
After the break, when we go green in London for round 13. Here we go.
Formula E coverage on 4, sponsored by Bristol Street Motors.
At Antofagasta, we will power all our operations with energy.
How long's that been on, Mr. Plays? That's not too bad then, 30 seconds. Hello everybody, welcome. Apologies for leaving with Channel 4 for long. Hello, I'm still in shock that Latifi got P1 in FP3. Williams fans are going to be crying of happiness. The GOAT is back. By the way, me, it's Abby. I've changed my name to Turbo. I started using a YouTube channel. Hello.
And we also got all of the
yes,
the pre-race performance as well.
Oh, that's fantastic news then. Sorry everybody that took so long as well. I've literally ran from one commentary box to another as Megan, Burgeonie and Birch are commentating right now on the Formula 1 qualifying, which means I've got the honour of commentating on the London ePrix. We're all set to go then here in London. They are about to get underway. So here we go then. It's time for round 13 of the ABB FIA Formula E World Championship to take part here in London. It's the 22 Sabak London ePrix. Stoffel Van Dorn leads the title by just 11 points, but Eduardo Mortara starting way down on the grid as well as the light show begins down here. He is not Edward Hunter. He is Josh Plays, and this is how we start. Lucas Degrassi having all his lap times deleted means he starts 22nd on the grid. Dan Ticktum is 21st on row 11. Row 10 of the grid sees Oliver Turvey and Antonio Giovinazzi. Row 9 sees Pascal Verlaine and Oliver Rowland. Row 8 sees Alexander Sims and Sebastian Buemi. Row 7 sees Mitch Evans and Jean-Eric Verne. The 6th row of the grid sees Sam Bird alongside Antonio Felix da Costa. A really bad day for DS Chachita. And through we go to the remainder of the boards. Of course, I'm Abby Abby. Hello, welcome along, welcome back. We've missed you, actually, in the box. Abby's plays games, if I'm correct. 5th row of the grid, starting 10th, is Robin Frines. Then moving further back as well, as it will be 9th for Eduardo Mortara. The championship 2nd place. Did leave the title last time out, now is so far back down the order. On the 8th row of the grid, it will be as well, the 4th row of the grid, Andre Lotterer starting 8th alongside Nick Cassidy starting in 7th position as we highlight the drivers going through back to back. Then on the 3rd row of the grid, starting 6th is Maximilian Gunther. He is alongside Oliver Askew on the run down towards turn number 1. Further back as well, Oliver Askew starts in P5. Then the 2nd row of the grid, Sergio Sete Camera starts in 4th position, the highest position of the year for Jaguar. And further back as well, we are seeing with Nick de Vries starting 3rd on the grid. The front row, though, a bit of a surprise when me and Megan were commentating earlier on today, because it is pole position for not Stoffel Van Dorn, who starts 2nd, but Jake Dennis starts on pole position. Josh Plays, we're in for a good race here today.
No, this is a weird-looking encounter, isn't it?
Absolutely, as everything is in operation, as qualifying is underway over there for Formula 1, and we are about to get going here for all of the action as everything is working as well. The legendary moment with the T3, we've got FP3 as well, would be good. Right then, everybody, settle down, get back into position. It's time to get going again here in London for the ePrix. It's a 45-minute race plus 1 lap, and they're taking an awfully long time, Josh, to form up on the grid. They haven't even left the dummy grid yet.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's me, but they go off the dummy grid to the normal grid, but the F1 stream is a bit buffery.
On Megan's side?
Yeah. Or I don't know if it's my side.
It looks okay to me. It must be your side, Josh, because Megan's fine on my side. So, they're moving forward then. Jake Dennis on pole position with Stoffel Van Dorn alongside him. The atmosphere beginning to rise up. 4 races left in this season of ABB FIA Formula E. 2 in London, 2 in South Korea. It's time to see what we can do when we drop the hammer. Tension will begin to rise. Round 13 of the ABB FIA Formula E World Championship is under starters' orders. 3 lights, 4 lights, all 5 lights are on. Action in London, and it's a good start from Jake Dennis, who comes straight across Stoffel Van Dorn down towards turn 1. Van Dorn is battling with his teammate Nick de Vries. Lotterer battling with Da Costa, who's dropped back. Verne in there too. Oh, there's contact, and it's the Jaguar of Sam Bird who's been hit by Eduardo. Is that Eduardo Mortara? It is. It's Eduardo Mortara. Sam Bird is grinding to a halt, and Eduardo Mortara is out already, and that is tremendously horrible news. He's got a puncture, and I think it's now spreading debris everywhere, Josh. Mortara in trouble. Bird's out already in London.
Yeah, that was quite an eventful start. Quite a tight circuit through turns 1, 2, and out. Outside.
And Mitch Evans, Rowland, yeah. Evans passing Rowland on the inside line. Mortara's got no front wing whatsoever, but he's still got drive, so maybe he will be able to continue. We'll keep an eye on that front, but the race is underway here in London, and it's an absolute chaotic kerfuffle all the way around the track. Sam Bird is out, and he is pushing his own car to try and avoid a safety car. The marshals have come in now to help him, and well done, Sam Bird, because that has stopped the safety car coming out here, and we can continue racing.
Yeah, thank you, Sam Bird. As we come out of turn 22 and the leaders cross the line to start lap 2. Of course, if you're new here, it's a 45-minute plus 1 lap race.
And we've got there's debris a lot into turn 1 as well. Dennis versus Van Dorn, De Vries as well getting up there. Centre camera still fourth, Askew into P5. And that debris, Josh, right on the entrance as Mitch Evans has to avoid Mortara and Bird's drama as Mortara comes into the pit lane. Second in the title, only back by 11 points. He's out of it now.
Yeah, I won't be surprised if we see a full course yellow or a safety car because of all of that debris and new front wing going on. So will they get Mortara back out for some testing?
Hopefully so, and if he doesn't lose a lap as well, that is quite critical. If he doesn't lose a lap in this race, he should be able to get back out there and find some other form of running. So keep his fingers crossed. Where are the field? Well, Mortara's in the pit lane. The field's coming around turn 21 and turn 22 now. Here they are. So I don't think they're going to have that luxury. No one taking attack mode, though, to begin with. It's 2 activations of attack mode today for 4 minutes each. That's how long it is across the 2. So just to keep your heads up there and a reminder as the rest of the field comes through.
In the pit lane, he might just do it, Joss.
Yes, Mortara's left the pit lane. He's done it. You're correct there. So a fantastic turn of luck there around everybody else as the slippery surface flag is out now at turn 1, 2 and 3 on the inside of the circuit. As again, Evans looks to the inside of Roland. No, look, it's a bit of a car park at the moment. They're all just backing up. It's status quo.
It really is, and there's Mortara going through turns 8, going up towards turn 9. So still on the lead lap just for Mortara.
We'll keep our eye out then on what everything means in this crazy situation, the crazy battles that we've had going on recently as well. Dennis is leading this race. Van Dorn is in second. De Vries is third. Centre camera fourth. Askew in fifth as well. Here in the London ePrix race number 1. 41 minutes and a half plus 1 lap to go as well. We've remained without a safety car so far, which is great news. Again, as they come into the hairpin, and Van Dorn locks up into turn 16 as well. No one going for attack mode just yet. DeCoste down to attack from his teammate of Vern. Vern slips up the inside and the 2DS to Cheetahs nearly make contact. DeCoste says, "You're not getting through on me that easy, Sonny Jim," and is really defending well from Vern.
And the first lap of the attack mode activation zone open. De Grassi goes and activates his attack mode for 6 minutes.
So I wonder if it's 2 attack modes for 6 minutes each then. I wonder if they're changing that. We need to get that document up from FIA FormulaEtimings.com, which tells us as well. But either way, that's 6 minutes then. This is a replay, Josh, at the start. You want to talk us through it?
Yeah, good start there, and then Envision jostling around teammates there of Roland and Sims, and up the inside there's the contact of Mortara. And I believe that was one Bird. You can tell this is my first time.
No worries. It's Sam Bird. It was Sam Bird who got hit round as well. Vern was further up. Admittedly, you can't hear me correctly, so it might have sounded like I said Vern, but it was definitely Bird as well. But apologies as well, as Josh is having a fantastic time, literally filling in at the last second for Edward Hunter as the rest of the field come in. Big lock up from De Vries as Sete Camera nearly nerfs the back of him as well, as that's Cassidy dealing with Gunth. Is that Cassidy dealing with Lotterer? Yes. As meantime, the 2 teammates make contact. Oh, that's Roland and Sims making wheel-to-wheel contact as well in the Mahindras. So that's Sims ahead of Roland and a bit of damage between them as we come back into the XL Centre. Lap 4.
Yeah, De Grassi also had a look up the inside when Sims and Roland was battling up at turn 16, but it didn't work out and no one chased. And here's on the inside.
Sete Camera throwing it up the inside and making a move for 3rd position. Now, they've left that debris right in the middle of the track. I'm surprised they haven't thrown a VSC to get rid of that. But Sergio Sete Camera, who hasn't scored any points so far this season, is currently in 3rd position. He's on for 15 World Championship points, the best so far. And I can't believe that from the Dragon.
What an amazing qualifying earlier from the Dragon Pensy with Sete Camera. And here's Van Dorn chasing down Dennis in 1st and 2nd as my paperwork goes absolutely fine.
Sorry to kind of crush you there, Joshua. I swear I just heard Scott Elkin. He's warning the drivers about the debris down on the track, but he's not throwing a VSC for it. At the moment, Van Dorn will take the lead of the title. 173 points to Mortara and 144. So Mortara doesn't improve. And oh no, it's Vern! It's Vern and Da Costa! And they were having a battle as well with Sebastian Buemi. Buemi's gone through, and the two Diesta cheaters have hit each other. And now Da Costa and Vern, in their little drama, has put Buemi to 10th and Vern into 11th. Da Costa's down the order again.
And Mortara gets fastest lap.
Rule 1, don't hit your teammate. What have they only gone and done? They've not only hit the teammate, they've probably whacked into them as well. As they come through, contact again, and that's a front wing gone on Sims. Sims has lost his front wing, and I can't believe it. There's another one down there. They're going to have to throw the safety kites. I know we're indoors, but it's more like dodgems at the moment, isn't it? Indoor dodgems.
It really is, and look at all of the debris coming down turn 5 between turn 6. It's insane. Where's the full course yellow or safety car?
Seeing nothing at the moment as well. We really should be seeing something, because we see Lucas de Grassi, who started this race in last position. He's made his way up to 16th place. As Josh pointed out earlier, he took his first attack mode. That's 6 minutes worth of attack mode he's using as well. And if you're wondering if I'm watching F1 qualifying, I am. Just next to Josh Plays his head, I've got the qualifying as I see Gasly coming up to the line. Robin Frines takes his attack mode as well. He comes out just ahead of the two Diesta cheaters of Vern and Da Costa, and you can activate it twice for 6 minutes each in this race. How about that? Brilliant.
Yeah, there's last year it was 2 times 8 minutes, so they've taken 2 minutes off each, so instead of 16 minutes, it's 12 minutes as Gunther and chased fastest lap. But as soon as I say that,
Frines clips the debris on the inside as he tries to get past Sebastian Buemi, and luckily enough, it hasn't damaged any of Frines' car, but a complete chop there down towards turn number 1. It's getting chaotic up there. Also, if anybody's watching the F1 qualifying alongside us, Turbo, you might be Abby. Let us know how Megan and Ian Birch are doing as well, just in case there's any errors I have to immediately go fix. Although it looks like it's fine to me because I've got their coverage on as well. But I can't hear them, that's the problem.
yeah, I've got you, Megan, and Ian all in my headset, and it's great. On board with Frines now.
That's good then. Are they okay then?
Yeah, they're good.
Good. It looks like they're going to have an interesting session anyway. I'm hoping I might be able to join them for the last part of qualifying, fingers crossed, but I doubt it. As Maud now getting through, Gunther takes attack mode, Lotterer takes attack mode as well, Frines is already on attack mode, but Buemi takes his attack mode as well, so they've got 6 minutes left for the session. Formula E is just electric. I'm really hoping Megan Birch tomorrow can lead this commentary, because she's on race 2 commentary while I do Formula 1, and this is just crash, bang, wallop. At least there's a lot to talk about as the flash blue at the top there as well, as drivers are on attack mode. Fastest lap though, Josh, I can't see who that's gone for, as that is Da Costa going defensive for Buemi. Robert, who? Again? Say again?
Frines. Incident between car 48, Mortara, and car 10, Bird, has been noted.
So we'll keep an eye then if that gets investigated after the race, as well as Dennis Van Dorn set a camera, De Vries, top 4, Askew's 5th, Cassidy 6th as well, Gunther 7th, Frines 8th, Lotterer 9th, Vern the top 10, and now, I tell you what though, the removal of that hairpin here at London last year, the 2 hairpins, and putting it in with the chicane, it's livened this race up. We've already completed 7 laps, let's hear from Dennis.
Was 9th in his first ever race in Formula E. Another lockup from De Vries. This time
and De Vries takes attack mode, and Sete Camera goes with him, and no, Askew goes with him. De Vries and Askew go with him. They get out, I think, just ahead of Nick Cassidy. They did, so they don't lose position. So De Vries and Askew, Josh, stay in the same places as what they came in with.
Yeah, De Vries locked up going into turn 16, so I think after locking up, I think he just decided to go for attack mode as we come around turn 22 and onto the front straight.
Yeah, it looks like they just decided that was it. It's a good spot there. Top 5, Dennis Van Dorn, Sete Camera, De Vries, Askew, as there's the 37 of Nick Cassidy having to defend from Gunther while attacking as well. But I don't think he's got attack mode. I'm having a look. No, Cassidy doesn't have attack mode. He's the only one in that group that doesn't. Everybody else, as you can see on your monitor, are flashing blue. And if we turn to the battle camera, you can see De Vries and Askew have 5 minutes left of their attack battle. Gunther's got 4, Frein's got 2.5, and Lotta has got 4 as well. Now, it's 2 activations each, and they're not activating it just yet. They're just sort of just staying out there, Josh, and seeing what they can do.
That looks like on board with Van Dorn going through the chicanes of 12, 13, 14 and 15, coming up to the hairpin at 16.
Looks okay to me as well, as they take more attack mode. Dennis and Van Dorn take attack mode. Now, does Sete Camera take the lead of the race? That's the question we need to see. Has Dennis crossed it back ahead? I think he has. Sete Camera also took attack mode. So, yes, that's lost a position. So, De Vries goes to 3rd, but Jake Dennis keeps the lead here at London, going for a second ever win in Formula E. His first win came here at London a year ago in the second race. So, he's got form here as well to close back up at the front. Dennis leads with 5.5 minutes to go of attack mode. 33 minutes as well remain of this session, and it is just literally crash bang wallop already as they head into the braking zone for turn number 1. The entire field flashing by, and they're all still separated by not that much. Top all 20 separate, well, 19 cars separated by 11 seconds. Then more Tictum's been out of it as well, but that's always the same for Tictum. And then we've got a battle between Mortara and Birds out of the race, so it's looking good so far. Dennis.
Smooth is the advice to Dennis.
Dennis is just being told caution. That's all I'm hearing on the radio as well. We would have more radio, but Megan, of course, has got the iPad for the F1 timing and the team radio there. So we haven't got that team radio access here at the moment, as Dennis and Van Dorn back through the hairpin at turn 16. Keep the lead of the race as well, and now the train begins here in London. And I must admit, I presume Edward Hunter, who is at that circuit as well, he's down in London, our usual co-com as well, who is at the track this weekend, who must be absolutely loving it, but must be having a tinge of sadness that he's not shouting about it with me in the commentary box. So I must admit, I'm not missing him. Sorry, Ed, I know that sounds cruel, but I've got Josh, so at least I'm not on my own. If I was on my own, Ed, I'd be missing you. Of course I'm missing you, Ed. I'm missing your insights as well. Josh as well, sorry, go on.
What driver shall we tune into radio?
Oh, whoever you like if you've got it.
Let's go Sete Camera.
Okay, sounds a good bet. So we'll hear Sergio Sete Camera's radio through my ear. Our ear, I should say. Megan, I hope, has remembered the 1 minute to go signal as well.
Yes, she has.
Oh, has she? Lovely. See?
She is giving it her all.
Ah, Megan, that's brilliant, because that'll be used in the highlights later for tomorrow. See? Megan knows. I've trained her too well. And there's more debris, Josh, coming out of turn 14 and 15 as well. Big lock-up further ahead, and that's from Frines and Lotterer tagging the back of Frines. And there's Sete Camera's radio. I heard that. 1-2, they say over the radio. So it's all getting chaotic. Who's your pick a winner then, Josh? Who are you going to think is... Who's your thing? Oh, they're going to win today. They're going to have the win.
I have chosen Nick De Vries, I have.
Oh, good spot. He's in 3rd at the moment.
I believe. It's one of the Mercedes.
Megan's working... What is Megan working out at the moment? I can see her face is looking puzzled as they come back through. Now, Dennis has got 2 minutes 15. Go on, Josh.
Yeah, I had Nick De Vries.
Ah, right, you've got Nick De Vries as your pick a winner, I see, yeah.
Yes.
Fair bet, probably will win this one as well if he can get up there. Megan is looking extremely puzzled at the moment about something. Yeah, well, it's nice Megan leading the commentary for a change in the F1. There's more drama going on here. Tap mode's over for Gunther Frines.
Noted.
Oh, go on, say again.
More incidents have been noted. The Costa and Fern incident between Roland and Degrassi noted for moving under braking.
Oh, not good. Really not good. So he's done something wrong there in the action zone.
410.
410 as more drama in the middle pack as well. So the camera comes through and there is... That's Roland just taking attack mode further back. Roland had no front wing. Sims has still got his front wing, which is great news as well. Da Costa's right on the back here as well of Boemi. Touring cars get underway at 3:25, don't they, Josh?
3:30, I believe.
Right, so yeah, show starts then. Can't remember who's on commentary this weekend because I know David Addison is there, so I think it's Johnny Palmer who's in somewhere around. As we're feeling around, Da Costa's up to 10th. Gee, Josh, he's passed Boemi. So Da Costa has really made the lunge up there.
Yeah, Da Costa, 4, 3, 2, 1. Da Costa's run out of attack mode.
And De Vries too, and Askew, and now, yes, so they're all out of attack mode. So Dennis and Van Dorn still got it.
Yeah, Fines and Lotterer under investigation for moving under braking. So that's the second noted investigation for moving under braking on board with De Vries.
As he flies down towards the braking zone for turn 16 at the second attack mode. He's not going to go for it just yet. Better save it for another minute or two. Oh, never mind, because there goes Nick Cassidy taking his first attack mode of the race, trying to go around the outside as well of Askew. Is past him, and the American of Oliver Askew keeps through, but that Envision was literally nose to bumper further back as well, desperately trying to push back on the inside. Cassidy makes the move, and we cut to the nose cam to show the damage that he actually did touch the back of Oliver Askew coming out of turn 16 and 17. Wow.
Yeah, listening to Jake Dennis's radio, the race leader currently.
Sounds good to me. As we'll hear in a second. I thought I heard a different engineer talk there as well, through our talk back as well. As the racing continues on. A lot of action as we look back from Cassidy now. Front camera may be broken. Back camera isn't broken either at the moment, which is good news.
We're coming into phase 2 now, phase 2.
Phase 2. So that's that's because their attack mode's just run out. So phase 2 then, Josh. Second half of the race to control. Andretti could get their first win of the season.
Yeah, 27 minutes and 20 seconds to go, plus 1 lap now. And Mortara's still got a decent gap from Jake Dennis, so still staying on the lead lap. Here's the energies.
And taking...
5 seconds. Okay, stick with plan A.
Gunther takes attack mode. Frines was there as well to try and cut back. Gunther stays ahead. And who was that? That was Andre Lotterer trying to force his way through on the inside line as well. So Lotterer was really pushing to pass Frines. Oh, and further back, late on the brutes, that's Evans making the move as well. Mitch Evans passing Sebastian Buemi for 11th position, and Da Costa actually might have been as well. It was. Evans has passed Buemi. Now here comes Vern to pass Buemi around the outside to turn 1. I think that might have ended up in contact. Roland with the damaged front wing, and it did! It did! Vern's off the track. He got forced off by Sebastian Buemi. I knew that move was never on in the first corner, and we've got a yellow flag. It's briefly out, now it's back in again.
Yeah, that was the incident at turn 1, just popped up on my timing screens. Attack mode remaining, Cassidy 3 minutes and 30 seconds, Gunther 4 minutes and 45 seconds, Roland 2 minutes and 20 seconds, Sim 4 minutes and 49 seconds, Verline 4 minutes and 50 seconds, and Turvey 2 minutes and 15 seconds.
Vern is out of the race. Vern is out of the race. I've just been told on my earphones that Vern is in big trouble, and we think he's out of the race because he's slowing out there.
Radio's open.
Oh, and Buemi's been passed by Roland and Degrassi, so Josh is open the radio if we hear it. I have just reminded Megan, if she could tell, to, when it's during the off session between the two, go to button number 2 instead.
Yeah, stop.
That was Vern. Didn't hear much from him, though. Over the radio. Ice cold water. Honestly, it's so refreshing today in the commentary box. Literally,
behind on attack, Verline and Turvey.
So Vern is still in the Grand Prix, well, the ePrix, and Giovinazzi, look at that. With Giovinazzi just falling back. And you must say, I don't know what it is, Josh, but everyone says, oh, the Dragons have got bad alternators, they've got bad battery packs as well. Really? Because they're right up there constantly.
Did you report to the steward?
Did you report to the stewards? That presumably was Buemi, Josh, forcing him off the track.
Yeah, and
it was reported, Jim. So get back in the race. We still have one more attack to do.
Big lock off from De Vries, and once again he decides to take attack mode and gets out ahead. So De Vries locked up, took attack mode for the second time. That was a carbon copy of what happened in the first part of the race, as Sete Camera also took it. So now they're on attack. Askew's just behind him. Askew took it a lap ago, as he's 1 minute 30 round. So
yeah, incident involving... Go on, Joss.
Oh, no, go on, you first, mate.
Incident involving Giovinazzi and Turvey under investigation for causing a collision at turn 1.
That's interesting. So what's that? We know Giovinazzi's got a damaged front wing because we saw it a second ago. So I wonder what's happened there. We'll keep our eye out on that one.
That was the under investigation for causing a collision at turn 1.
Right.
Giovinazzi and Turbo.
My Golf India Charlie.
My Golf India Charlie. Oh, Van
Code
Dorn.
from Van Dorn.
Push to attack now. Stay close. Push to attack. Fixed. Attack fixed.
Push to attack and attack fixed. So it's now, this lap. Attack mode this lap to pass the front there as well. As I feel sorry for Megan because Mattia Bonotto's on the radio and we can't go to him because you've only got that stuff. Now, Dennis takes it and so does Van Dorn. So the two leaders take their second attacks.
Stay close. Push to attack. Fixed. Attack fixed.
There you go. That's the radio we heard on the TV. Now we hear it back on our radio just as Van Dorn takes his attack mode. So that was in a fixed position. Dennis Van Dorn back on there for another attack mode. And Cassidy's going to run out massively early for anybody. In fact, Cassidy's in the last 24 seconds of his attack mode. If we look at the battle cam, he's running massively out. Only another 18 seconds left, Josh, so he's out of it.
Yeah, the top 7 all with attack mode. Cassidy still has 1 attack mode left, and some have 0.
On exits. Let's settle back in.
Let's settle back into the race then.
Roland's slowing.
Roland's slow. Well, we know he had damage earlier on in the race, and I think it's finally caught up with him as well. So Roland's in big, big trouble as the F1 cars return to the track for their next part of qualifying. Megan is already commentating. My Sky F1 pictures is about 50 seconds behind what Megan is watching. So at least I can actually watch qualifying, but it feels very weird standing in the main commentary box, not commentating on the Formula 1 qualifying that's on. Instead, commentating on Formula E. It won't be the same tomorrow, because I'll be commentating on Formula 1 as we hear more from Van Dorn.
A worrying thing for a safety camera. 1% down on Dennis, 1% up on Nick.
So that's
and taking attack mode there. I don't think... Did he take attack mode? I'm trying to see who it was. I don't think anyone took it there. I think... Did he miss it? Oh, and Roland's out of the race. There's the fan boost, but Roland's out of the race, Josh.
Yeah, fan boost goes to Van Dorn, Da Costa, Evans, De Grassi, and Mortara.
And this is contact. Da Costa on attack mode, goes right round the outside of Robin Frines. Bit of close contact there. As we see the full running order as well for fan boost. I'm just going to write them down on my list as well as the order comes through with Frines, Josh.
Yeah, on board with Frines, and there is Oliver Rowland getting out of the car in the Mahindra garage and going straight to the back of the garage to all of his crew and into the team room.
Not good. Not a good race, and that's definitely any form of good result in this year's championship is done. Rowland was already down in 16th position in the title for Mahindra, and now that's definitely day done. Dennis has led all 18 laps so far in this race, as we've got another incident involving Josh coming through as Robin Frines takes attack mode. Oh, and
yeah,
sorry, someone else went through attack mode as well. It was Alexander Sims, takes his second one. Go on, Josh.
Yeah, it's involving Bremy and Vern under investigation for causing a collision at turn 1 again.
So that's really going to be sort of game over and sort of night over as well, really, for them. That time must be counting time in the pits. I'd say there's a problem there. As Hamilton was on a quick lap there as well in the F1 quali. He's got through to the second part. In fact, who was eliminated? If you're watching this main session with us, for Formula E, and you're wanting to know the results of Formula 1 while we've got a bit of time until Raski runs out of attack mode. Eliminated in Q1 was Yuki Tsunoda, Alexander Albon, Sebastian Vettel, Pierre Gasly, and Nicholas Latifi. Well, that's an unusual to see Gasly out there. Both AlphaTauri standing at the back. Okay. Da Costa is in 8th. He runs out of attack mode. Buemi's run out of attack mode as well. Sims got 5 minutes left, so has Frines. Sete Camera and De Vries have got a minute left. Dennis and Van Dorn have got 2 minutes left of their attack mode. It's all kicking off now here in London with 20 minutes plus 1 lap to go.
Yeah, and what happened to Latifi?
Completely went nowhere, didn't he? That was really weird from Latifi.
Yeah. Anyways, this is Formula E, not Formula 1. If you want to watch Formula 1, the stream is up on the YouTube channel, but make sure to
phase 2.
Dual
coming
cast.
back in between streams.
Yep, always dual cast with the back open again. Megan Birch and Ian Birch on commentary there. Megan's on camera. Ian Birch is sat at a race control situation style where he's got two computers. So Megan Birch is commentating in solo cam, but Ian Birch is with her. It'll be the same for the F2 sprint race later on today as Dennis Van Dorn de Vries and centre camera closing in once again out there. Friends is 10th, Sims 14th, Giovinazzi 18th at the moment as well. Constant battling, constant drama, constant fun. I mean, it's just hilarious, this race, as it continues on as well, as we've got 18 minutes left of it, plus 1 lap. 20 laps complete, so with half the race still to go.
We are safe on scenario 7.
So they're staying on scenario 7 as Giovinazzi.
So that was Dennis. Dennis safe on scenario 7.
So he's good to the end of the race then. He should be okay. There shouldn't be any need for him to change over from what's happened previously. So we'll keep an eye out there. It's getting very hot in this commentary box at the moment as they come back through. Dennis Lee, they're about to run out of attack mode actually. They're in the last 30 seconds. If we look at the battle cam.
Out of attack now. We have 60 seconds remaining. Gap to Van Dorn, 0.8.
Yeah, the gap remains at a full second as you hear the team radio there at the moment. And can you hear me, Josh?
Yes, I can hear you.
Is Megan's stream still on? Can you still hear her?
No, Megan's gone down.
Uh-oh.
And we've also gone down, it looks like.
Have we?
Yeah.
Well, we'll keep talking.
Oh, there we go, we're back.
All of us?
4, 5, 7.
Yeah.
Right, okay, that was a bit weird. Sorry about that. Dennis and Van Dorn are out of
Megan's
attacks.
camera's frozen and timing screens have gone down.
Right, I'll go fix that. We'll be back shortly.
Here in London and in Valencia last season. The 27-year-old.
His team jokingly referred to him as Hollywood.
Do they?
Yes, but he when it's time to get down to business, you can see he absolutely knows what he's doing. He's got beautiful, smooth driving style, as Stoffel Van Dorn behind him does. Silky smooth steering inputs, and you just watch the way he guides the car around the circuit. So impressive.
Out of attack.
You can see we're on board with Van Dorn in the tower on the top left-hand side. Sebastian Buemi has been given a 5-second time penalty for causing a collision with Jean-Eric Vergne. We saw them going side by side into the first corner, and Buemi is given the penalty after the contact. Right, this is a lap of the London ePrix circuit, riding with Stoffel Van Dorn as he tries to take Dennis down for the lead of the race as he pops outside now and down towards the Sunborn complex.
And this is driver's eye, the camera right next to them, funnily enough, the driver's eye. This is in through turn 8, now back to the throttle, over to the left, open up the corner for turn 9, back to that long, we see some traffic ahead of Jake Dennis ahead, but you can see the eyes of Stoffel Van Dorn darting around, looking at the gauges, look in the mirror, you might see his teammate, yeah, saw Nick de Vries a second ago. But look how much the bumps are moving the driver's head around. That's what the driver has to deal with and focus, the millimetre precision. Back to the brakes, watch it just catch a bit of oversteer, slowly turn it in. You watch him gain under braking, lose a bit under acceleration. Watch him hit the curb in a second, he's going to go right and then hammer the curb on the left. Go. Back up the east ramp, watch for the camera changing. The driver's eyes react more quickly than the camera. Last corner now, here the car sliding across the surface, looking down at his information on his dash that we've pixelated so other teams can't see it. And there you go.
Doing a good job, mate. Remember, no big risks. Good job.
I would agree with that. I think Stoffel Van Dorn's doing a great job.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Stoffel Van Dorn is leading the championship. He doesn't need to lunge it on Jake Dennis. Mitch Evans, at the moment, is third in the standings. If he finishes in this 8th place, he will pick up 4 points in the championship. He'll drop further back. He'll be in 3rd place.
The fan bus took out the gap.
But Van Dorn would be 29 points clear of Eduardo Mortara as it stands. Evans told to use fan boost to try and close the gap. And we'll see when he decides to use it. Thought it would have been there, but he doesn't. Maybe it'll be on the run down towards the anchor at turn 16.
And that gap is 4 seconds, Jack, so that's going to take some closing at this point in the race. 3.8 now.
Less than 15 minutes to go. Cassidy activates his second attack mode. So Nick Cassidy in 6th position activates his second attack mode. We're on board with Evans as he comes around the left-hander of turn 17. Then starts to climb the hill.
see Mortara, the Black Rocket Venturi in your screen. He's almost a lap down now to his championship protagonist, Stoffel van Dorn. I'll get it right in a second, but Jake Dennis is going to come up and lap him in a second. He'll have to get out of the way. The blue flag, the blue lights will come on. He's going to move aside.
As it stands, Mortara 29 points behind. Evans would be 30 points behind Stoffel van Dorn.
Mega pace, mega pace.
And mega pace is the message to Mitch Evans. Verne would be 49 points off the championship lead if it finished like this. Sorry, 45 points off the championship lead if it finished like this. And he's not going to score anything, Jean-Eric Verne. So, Dennis, Van Dorn, the top two. Van Dorn continuing to chase him down. Van Dorn has got fan boost if he wants to use it at any point. But as Stephen Lane was saying, no big risks.
He knows as well. You can see Jake Dennis, he knows the situation, leading his home race. Jake Dennis, nothing to lose in the championship. So if Stoffel van Dorn makes a move, it better be a big move, because otherwise Jake Dennis is just going to close the door. There's going to be contact, and Stoffel van Dorn's going to lose the potential 18 points that he would get for finishing second here.
These two have dropped Nick de Vries fairly comfortably, who also is 1.7 seconds ahead of Sete Camera, and actually 4th, 5th and 6th is the battle.
It's getting close out here as well, down in the back half of the circuit. Can you hear us, Josh? Can you hear me?
Yes, hello.
Hi, what have I missed? Hopefully nothing.
Nothing much happened. We've got a couple of attack mode takers in the name of Lotterer, Furline and Cassidy on his second, and then Degrassi and Tictum under 30 seconds of attack mode. Mortara's only got a minute left, with Oliver Turvey 2.5 minutes remaining.
Oh, and on the inside, Cassidy makes the move on Oliver Askew. Well, that's been bubbling for a couple of moments, hasn't it? So Cassidy passes Askew.
Yeah, and up to 5th, Dennis, Van Dorn and De Vries still the top 3, with Sete Camera still in P4. Cassidy, Askew, Gunther, Evans, DaCosta and Frines are the top 10.
So we're back up then to the Combox camera as well. We just had to sort out the F1 broadcast, as I'm sure you heard, so apologies for that, but we left you in the capable hands of Jack and Dario as they come back through. Dennis leads the way then with 12 minutes plus 1 lap to go. I was only away for like 2 minutes, and that's not that bad as they come through. Cassidy under pressure as well, actually taking attack mode. Degrassi's on it as well. Lotterer, Verline and Turvey as well. Cassidy's right on the back, and they've cleared that debris out the side of the track, but that's only because they've been running over it for the past half an hour.
Yeah, it's moved to the side now, so it's off the racing line.
Oh.
But there's still a couple of bits of debris near or on the racing line.
Anyone use fan boost, by the way, Josh?
Haven't seen anything.
No,
about
I haven't.
fan boost.
Just quick, Mortara will be investigated after the race for a pit lane infringement. So he's done something because, Cassidy breezes past Sergio Sete Camera for 4th place there. A fantastic manoeuvre on the inside line. So he makes that move look ever so sweet and perfect. Nicely done there as they come back through. Can you hear Megan now, by the way? I hope everything's okay.
Yeah, I've got Megan in my ears as well.
And there's confirmation. Mortara will be investigated after the race for pit lane infringement. James Barkley not looking all too happy about that one. Evans takes his second attack mode, so he's got another 6 minutes to use it in this race. All eyes up front, all battle to the front.
Pick any driver that is running.
Pretty much they can win, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pick any driver.
Let's hear from Degrassi. He's on attack mode.
Grassy, there we go.
Gap ahead 2.9 Costa, car behind French 2.1.
Perfect timing. We're saying something on the radio as we went to him as well. As Tictum's taken his second attack mode as well. Debris all over this XL Centre. Looks like a Glastonbury evening round about now as well as they come in. And that is Sergio Sete Camera down here. He's still going to get his first points of the season. He's P5 and he's still going to get valuable points for the title.
Yes, this is good for
10 laps to go at the line. 10 laps to go at the line.
10 laps to go at the line.
Out of attack in 30 seconds.
Did Megan remember the 1 minute? I have texted to remind her. It might have just gone through now, the 1 minute to go signal. I've told her as well to keep up.
This time. Not this time.
I've sent her a text. She might have remembered. Yeah, she's remembered. She's seen the text message, now she's going to say it. Has she?
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah. Lotta is on the back with 1 minute left of the attack mode as well, with Robin Fringe just alongside as well, trying to close back down on the attack, trying to find the right battle. Hasn't worked out there. Lotta can't pass Fringe, but meantime, Dennis leads with, what do they say, 10 to go at the line? My God, we're going to be here forever.
Okay, we are out of attack. Gap ahead 2.6. Remember, you had fan boost to use if an opportunity arises. We have fan boost available.
And that was Degrassi, correct? Because Degrassi does have
Degrassi.
a fan booster. He hasn't used it yet. That's an extra 50 kilowatts of power that you can use for about 15 seconds worth of power. And Lotta is battling with Frines through that first sector, right past where Edward Hunter is in the commentary. If I was really cheeky, I would call Ed right now and say, Ed, how's it hanging out there? But I don't think it can fit at the moment as well on the computer.
Okay, great job. Last lap, you're 3/10 quicker than Da Costa ahead.
Ed's at turn 1 today, and he's at the last corner tomorrow. Yeah, so he's at turn 1 today, last corner tomorrow here in London. And he's there with Nick Homewood as well, who you heard from in London. In New York City, and quite a lot of the gang there as well. Delighted to see also that tomorrow Megan will be commentating with Ian Birch as well on this race, so that'll be a lot of fun. They're having a lot of fun there today. Yes.
Today, me and you are doing Formula E, and tomorrow we're doing F1. We're just doing a switch through.
Bang on, because F1 takes the priority over a Formula E, but Formula E Race 1 takes priority over F1 quali. Do you see what I mean? It's strange, but it's priorities, but at least Megan's doing it. Apparently something's happened to Red Bull. Oh!
Yeah, something has happened.
5-second time penalty for moving under braking for Robin Fringe, and Perez is out of qualifying. Verstappen's topped the session in Q2, but Perez is out of qualifying. What's happened there?
No idea.
I think that's tactical. Anyway, here's Lotterer.
Yeah, here's Lotterer. Chasing down Fringe in the Envision.
Can they get it back up? I don't think they can. My phone's switched off because it's too tired at the moment. So they swing back through. And I'm hearing Lotterer still can't look. We're seeing it now on the screen. He still cannot get past Robin Fringe. He's been stuck behind him for all of his attack mode. Lotterer has now got no attack mode and he's just stuck. He is utterly, completely stuck behind him as well. Not good. And if you want...
not good in...
Go on, Josh. I was just going to say, if you wanted to know who was out in Q2, it was Perez,
Okay, well, 1.5% less energy than Da Costa ahead. Gap is 3.1. Gap behind 4.6 to Fringe.
I'm being told that Sergio Perez was complaining of a lot of traffic, so that's why he hasn't done anything as well coming through. If you want to know who's out of the session so far, we've got 6 minutes to go of the Formula E race, but in F1's Q2, Perez, Zhou, Magnussen, Stroll and Schumacher are all out of that qualifying session. Everyone else goes through. But here right now, we've only had Giovinazzi, Roland and Bird officially retired. So we saw Bird out, we saw Roland out, and Giovinazzi's retired, which is news to me. It must have happened when I was stepping away from the commentary for a second. So Giovinazzi out of the race, not surprising, but his teammate Sergio Sette Camara is up into 5th position at the moment and looks to be on to claim his first ever points this season in ABB FIA Formula E. So there's a long to go. I see
Nick DeFries there.
Yeah. See, Megan's remembered my in the middle of the sessions go to battle screen instead of showing the camera. It's just a lot easier and more relaxing to talk to.
Pixum 19%, and everyone's down in the 16%, 15%, and 14%.
Yeah, I'm quite worried actually that that percentage with 5.5 minutes to go plus 1 lap, it's quite close. Oh, instant involvement of Grassi and Fringe under investigation causing a collision, and Giovinazzi has been given a retrospective 5-second time penalty for causing a collision with Oliver Turvey. I don't know if you mentioned that, Josh. My brain was elsewhere.
Yeah, that 5-second time penalty won't do anything because he's in the pit lane and is 20th. Mitch Evans
Verline passes
Lotterer out of attack mode.
And Verline's passed Lotterer. Verline has got ahead of Lotterer finally. And Degrassi's using fan boost. Degrassi is using fan boost to try and get past Acosta as Evans looks to the inside line, passes Sette Camara as Degrassi now uses his fan boost. Can he get ahead of Da Costa, I don't think he can, judging by the battle. No, he hasn't. So Degrassi has used his fan boost. We can highlight him
Fringe
off the
behind got a
list.
5-second penalty. Fringe behind got a 5-second penalty. Remember, we have to use fan boost. We have to use fan boost before the end of the race.
And you have Degrassi.
That was Degrassi then, yeah, being reminded you have to use fan boost before the end of the race or you get a penalty for unused energy. So it was kind of like the right thing to do in that respect. The championship switches. Van Dorn will lead Evans as well by quick mental math, 27 points, maybe 26 points. Can't quite remember on that one. 27, Megan, he's telling me. So we'll keep an eye on that one.
No added time confirmed.
Well, it's been a safety car free race, hasn't it? Surprisingly, I thought we would at least have one or two.
5 laps to go at the line, gap behind 6.7. 5 laps to go at the line, gap behind 6.7.
Is Megan
And
still
Sete
talking?
Camera.
You're just my reliance, Josh. Is Megan still talking?
5 laps.
Yes.
Good.
And Sete Camera down in 8th was dropped to 10%. So maybe not the best day for Sete Camera, but still 8th is a good position.
Absolutely. I'm hoping that this race ends and I can at least nip into the front room to commentate on the last few minutes
my
of
TV
practice.
was turned off because of inactivity.
Oh, well, don't worry. You've got it on here. That's the best thing of sharing the screen as well.
Oh, it's back.
Oh, lovely. Evans is on then. Look at this. They're all hitting 10%, Josh, with 3 minutes to go. They're all hitting that dread
0.5% less
10%.
energy than Da Costa and 0.5% less than Fringe behind.
Half a tenth more, half a tenth less. It's a little bit chaotic there as well as they come through. Buemi, P11, Frines, P12. At the moment, as things continue to slow right down in this session. Gwen was not happy with what happened with Red Bull in that stream. Looking over here. Hello, everyone watching us and watching them on both sides of the stream. Race day tomorrow is going to be tremendously exciting. With so much on, so many notifications as well. So do keep in touch. We've got 3 British.
We have 1% more than the 2 Mercedes ahead.
That's Nick Cassidy.
Same as
Oh, who's that locked up in front of Dennis? Who's ahead of Dennis? Yeah, it's Mortara.
Mortara.
Yeah, he's 48, so as you can see on the driver track of Mortara locking up in front then as well. So he's a bit out of it. Oil flag is out on the entrance to turn 16. Oh no! Degrassi been given a 5-second time penalty for contact with Robin Frines. So Degrassi has been given that penalty, and that will drop him outside the top 10. It'll put Buemi into the world
also
points.
has a 5-second time penalty.
And Da Costa's using a time.
He also got a 5-second time penalty, gap 5.2.
Da Costa's using it. Da Costa's using his fan boost as well to try and get past Sergio Sete Camera as the battle for the podium is on between Cassidy and De Vries.
But if we keep the gap, that doesn't change the result. We stay P10.
And that was Degrassi's radio. Does he say anything about that? And Da Costa passes Sete Camera for 8th. So Da Costa goes to 8th. And with Degrassi's penalty, that almost confirms Sete Camera with his first points of the season. Started 4th, so still might go on. But the battle for 3rd is brewing as De Vries defends from Cassidy as he swings through the 10-11 chicane. De Vries is just about holding off with Cassidy.
The line, so we have to be careful. We got Buemi behind 5.1, and then Fringe. Both got a penalty, but Verline is behind those two.
Down under towards turn 16 we go. De Vries defends inside line. Cassidy tries to swing around the outside line. Hasn't been working out that much either. Still trying to have the power, still trying to have the problem as well. But we've got 40 seconds plus 1 lap of this race to go, which means, guess what? Oh, Megan's forgot to switch back to the camera. As Cassidy comes back... Oh, she's done it. Oh, okay.
Sete Camera's only on 4%, Josh.
Sete Camera might not make it to the end of the race as here comes again Cassidy versus De Vries. De Vries defending the inside line. There's another 2 laps to go. And that's another 2 laps with only 4%. I don't think it's possible, Josh. I really don't. I think we're going to be in for a big trouble and a big situation shift here if they're not careful.
Neither am I. And I've seen over this season the...
Laps to go. Laps to go. No risk with Cassidy.
Don't race. That's De Vries' radio, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
I've been seeing the Neo 333s all this season have been regenerating and keeping their battery, and they're like sometimes 5% behind, so it could be in their favour. Only 3%, and here's Cassidy and De Vries battling through turn 16, Josh.
Yeah, they can't get through. Cassidy's looking for a way, but De Vries is blocking him. It's the last lap now, starting with 2% of energy for Van Dorn, De Vries, maybe less. Cassidy might just get second here. If the two Mercedes hit zero, they should be okay. Final lap, the call here, the first race of the London ePrix, as here comes Cassidy. De Vries is engine saving, his battery saving as well. Cassidy isn't. Evans uses attack mode. Cassidy swings around the outside. They both lock up. They both go wide, and there's contact between the two of them. Cassidy gets a front wing chop as well off of De Vries as Evans uses attack mode, so he uses fan boost to try and get past Gunther. He hasn't done it, and I tell you what, Van Dorn and Mortara haven't used their fan boosts in this race. They're going to get a penalty for that. As they swing back through, 1% of energy now for everybody but Buemi inside the top 10 because Degrassi's got that time penalty. 0.9. Oh, Van Dorn's close. Van Dorn's on 0.5. So Sete Camera. Where is Van Dorn? Trying to find where they are. Van Dorn's coming into the last couple of corners. Van Dorn's going to have to lift and coast like mad. Dennis is now 0.9. Well, for Jake Dennis...
0.2, Gunther.
For Jake Dennis, it's double British delight. He won here a year ago at the XL. He wins here again. It's back-to-back victories in London. Jake Dennis wins the British Formula E round with Van Dorn crossing the line in second. And who's going to be third? Is it going to be De Vries or Van Dorn? Oh, Cassidy. It's De Vries ahead of Cassidy.
Vete Camera's slowing to coast, but also there's multiple people.
Evans got sixth.
Evans is sixth, yeah. Cassidy fourth, Askew fifth, Evans sixth, Acosta seventh, Gunther eighth, Degrassi ninth, Buemi 10th, and Verlaine 11th. And Sete Camera didn't get that first point as he coasts across the line. That's Buemi.
Camera has stopped.
Oh, and that's Roland grounding to a halt. Roland's ground to a halt. Sete Camera has crashed. Sete Camera has stopped. He's ground to a halt, and he has not scored any points. He stopped in the third sector. There he is. There's Sete Camera. He was in for his first ever World Championship points.
Scenario 4.
He doesn't do it. That's unfair.
Both axles sector 1 and 2. And pick up rubber second.
Well, that is remarkably unfair. Remarkably. But we've got, how long's left of the F1 race? 8 minutes for the qualifying.
Sete Camera didn't even cross the line. He's gone in the pit lane.
Oh, well, that's not even fair at all. He's officially retired, Josh, according to my screen. Should we hear from him? He's talking to Dario on the board now.
As he should. Look at that. Crowd appreciation.
British winner in London.
Phenomenal.
Give him another go.
Jake, it's Dario on television. Congratulations, another home win. Well done.
He's not answering.
I think I've got a few radio issues, but I just lost a bit. Oh my God, that was absolutely amazing. It was incredible to do it 2 years in a row now. Unbelievable.
Jake Dennis wins.
Stuff. Mighty stuff from Jake Evans. What? Jake Dennis even. Yeah, his brother. what an amazing.
And the fireworks begin, Josh. Jake Dennis is victorious here in London. Edward Hunter's right there. Am I jealous? Yes, a little bit, as he's right there in the mix of all of it as well. But the fireworks go off, and the top three come towards the podium. Not a bad result here, is it, Josh? Great race.
Really not a bad result, as Dennis pulls into number first, the fireworks and pyrotechnics. Blast and fire, and here comes Van Dorn into second, and shortly after Nick De Vries coming into third, as Dennis jumps out of the car, jumps on top of the car and celebrates, does a beautiful jump off the car and straight to his team to celebrate.
Okay, let's go through the results then, because we are on a quick off Here, Jake Dennis takes his second ever win in Formula E, and both of them coming on home soil here in London. It's Stoffel Van Dorn finishing in second, closing and extending his championship advantage. Nick de Vries finishes in third. Nick Cassidy is fourth. Oliver Askew fifth. Mitch Evans is sixth. Antonio Felix da Costa seventh. Maximilian Gunther is in eighth. Lucas de Grassi ninth. Pascal Verlaine 10th. Sebastian Buemi is 11th. Andre Lotter at 12th. Then it's Jean-Eric Verne 13th, Sims is 14th, 15th for Turvey, 16th Friends, Tictum is 17th, Mortara 18th. Out of the race, Sete Camera, Giovinazzi, Roland and Bird, and Max Verstappen is only P7 at the moment as he's been complaining of understeer as well. The car's not liking it. We are going to kick off here. The end of the Formula One is coming up. You can join me and Megan tomorrow morning at 8:30 for Formula E Practice 3, and then we'll swap back as well, as then it's time for the F3 sprint, the F3 feature, the F2 feature. You can join me and Josh, though, in about 1 hour and 15 minutes time for all the action from IndyCar. My thanks to you, Josh. Hope you've enjoyed Formula E. My thanks to all of you at home. What a race it was, and it's Jake Dennis victorious. We'll see you tomorrow for more action here from London XL. Bye for now.